Hey YouTube! So I am sitting in what I consider beautiful Jessup, Pennsylvania. I am up on, I don't know if you call them mountains here, but I suppose you do. And my truck is docked, but it's overlooking a valley and it's just gorgeous. The sun is out. It's good to be alive. So I said that I would talk about my first 4 weeks in leasing. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you some things when I don't have a printer in the truck. So it's hard for me to print out my pay statements, my settlement statements, and walk you through those. So what I'll do is just give you an overview, and I'll insert a picture from my pay settlement that I got today that covers the last 4 weeks, which would be my first 4 weeks as a solo lease operator. So let me just say that there were a lot of people, not a lot, there were people that said, do not go lease, go company first. It's winter, don't do it, you don't know what you're doing. And I know me best, right? I know what I'm capable of. I know what I need to learn, what I don't know. I know the drive that I have. I know that I'm a workaholic, but that serves me well in this industry. So, but here's what it is, right? Because you want me to get to the numbers. So I have my second phone up here, so I can, reference the numbers, and then I'll insert the picture for you. So first 4 weeks, right? So revenue to the truck, that means everything that I was paid before any deductions, right? For 4 weeks, my truck made $18,000.82. Not bad. Winter, brand new to trucking, brand new to leasing, 18 grand for the month. Well, for 4 weeks, right? Because I started mid-February, it's now mid-March, so it's not a calendar month, it's a rolling 4 weeks. But that's my 4-week recap. Now, the rest of the difference between revenue to the truck and what I was paid are all my expenses. So I'm a lease operator, and I chose to be a lease operator with Prime, and I understood what the payments were going to be, and the expenses, my operating expenses. I still chose that. Right now, financing a truck otherwise was just not a decision or a choice that I wanted to make at this time, because I do have a walk-away lease. So I say that everything from this 18 grand was choices, right? So if I owned my own truck, the payment to me, the final number that I'll give to you, would be much higher, probably, because I wouldn't have, $4,500 in lease and rental payments in a given 4 weeks. So the other thing is where I go, turning down loads. For the most part, I run to the Northeast, and I do that through Prime because I know that's where the money's at. But I also know you pay more in fuel, you pay more in tolls, and sometimes you pay more with just your peace of mind and time. I mean, people say that it's difficult to drive in the Northeast because it's tight. There's just a lot going on versus if you go west. Going west to me is a cakewalk. I'm not talking about like going over, you know, those certain mountains, but for the most part, going west is easier. So $18,082 was the revenue to the truck. And then after my choices, right? After I chose to lease, after I chose where to fuel, how much to fuel, when to fuel, the tolls, you know, I also put money away in a tire fund, which is required as a lease. So that way when you need tires, you don't go in the hole, you pull it out of that fund, right? And whatever I don't use, I get back at the end of my lease. I also have what's called an e-fund, which you could call it so many different things. You could call it a savings account at Prime. You could call it a maintenance account. You could call it an emergency fund, whatever. But I put $800 a month, so $200 a pay settlement into that account. So if I choose to use that as my truck payment when I go home every 3 months, I can do that. If I choose to save it up and invest in Bitcoin at the end of the year, whatever it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, so the end amount that I'm going to give you subtracts that $800 for the first 4 weeks as well. So I have that set aside. So at the end of everything, for the first 4 weeks, the payment to me let me get this right. Was, so out of 18 grand for revenue to the truck, and after all of my deductions and expenses for those 4 weeks, they put into my bank account $7,342 for the first 4 weeks. The first week, I only had 2 days out of a full week truck payment. And then I had the deferred payment that they cut up over the year. It's considered like a rental payment. I had that too. So my first pay check from Prime was like $2,200, but that's because I paid less than the truck. This last week's paycheck was $1,756.24. And that's with the full truck payment taken out. That's with driving in the Northeast. I had a ton of tolls. I was out of route for truck wash. 2 truck washes I had to go completely out of route. You know, so I'm not mad about this. And if this is winter driving, and if this is slow, and if this is new to me, and I'm a rookie, then look out, summer, because this girl's making some cash. I am not mad at this at all. Now, could it be better? Absolutely. I would have to make different choices. You know, one of them that people are saying is stop leasing. Well, if I don't lease, the other option for me would be go to company. And I would make less. Because remember, this $1,756, if you added $800 onto that, that's really what I'm making. Or not $1,756. The $7,342 is what they actually put in my bank account. But if you add $800 to that, which is what I put in my e-fund for the month, that's really my money. So choices. You know, somebody in comments asked me what my goals were in trucking, and you know, my goal is to obviously one day own my own truck. Yeah, that was Jake. Yes, I know. But I'd love to get another truck and have a team drive it. Yep, and then add another truck, and then add another truck, and add another truck. So we'll see. I have to be profitable first. I have to know how to run this business. I have to know the freight lines and get my act together. So that's what it is. I won't forget to insert the picture. I hope I did at some point and a couple times throughout this so you can reference it. And I really wish I could print it out, but you know, I'm Jake thinks he's a lap dog. And maybe he is, I don't know. Yeah, get your big butt up here. So I really wish there was a way that I could print those out and show you. I just don't have that resource available to me right now, but I know I said that I was going to do this at 4 weeks. So this is the best I can do at this point. Jake's making such an ass of me. Jake, get over there. Move. Oh, move. Go. Oof. Well, at least he listens. So, if you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I am completely happy and satisfied my first month out as a solo lease operator. Could things get worse? Sure could. Can things get better? Absolutely. So we'll see what happens. I don't know that if I'll do this like every 4 weeks. We'll see how it works out. We'll see if there's some interest there. But other than that, you know, I have people in my class that are at the same driving experience as I am, right? Brand new, have a CDL, but they chose to stay on their trainer's truck. So they're making 16 cents a mile, so their paycheck is like $700-800, and then you know, so it's all about choices. If you don't want the responsibility of a lease payment, then that's an option, going company or teaming. But you know, high risk, high reward. That's my slogan, I think. So, all right. I hope you got some information out of this. I'll probably get a ton of questions. If I do, please give me a little bit of time to answer them. I haven't had a day off since, well, I can't remember, but I don't mind because I'm making the money. All right. Take care. Be safe. 2018. Make it prosperous! Exclamation point and a heart.